What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. It is April 7th, 2026, and this is the price action for today. So, once again, I did not take any trades today, and you guys need to remember one of the most important skills you can acquire while day trading is protecting your capital and not trading when or setup does not present itself. So, that's exactly what I did today, but nevertheless, let's go over price action today. So coming into the day, pretty bearish bias, right? So we have this data low down here, and data lows and highs are pretty strong draws of liquidity. So pretty much my condition was we had this 1 hour above this high. Same with ES. So we are accumulating liquidity pre-market, even generating some low resistance right here. So I wanted us to manipulate higher into this 1 hour and have a setup down. So market open, right? Instantly move up, move down, right? So we manipulate into this 1 hour. It looks perfect, right? So since I use SMTs in my strategy, ES failed to sweep this high. So in this moment, we are already displacing downwards. So at this point, I'm just hoping my draws don't get taken, and we remanipulate these highs on ES as well, take it on ES, and then have another setup downwards. So unfortunately, I'll play out price action. That doesn't happen. So I saw many people taking this short, and honestly, if you have built the conviction in these markets recently in the past few months to recognize the jitter swing off market open, then props to you. The only thing with the setup is the stop loss, right? So this wick is extremely high. 96 points would be your stop loss if you're putting it at the high. So me personally, if I were to take this trade, I would put it at halfway of this wick. So why would I do that? So this is a big rejection wick, right? If price were to invalidate my trade, I would not want to see price move up more than halfway, because that means we are just what's the word for this? Invalidating my trade pretty much, right? So this probably would have been my trade to the data low, and this did end up playing out. But some people faded the setup because, well, for me, it was because of ES failing to tap into this 1 hour. I'm not sure about other people, but there is also another 1 minute inversion right here. And this was, honestly, I didn't even think about taking this. First of all, what are we reacting out of it? What are we reacting out of? A 1 minute, right? We even close above the 1 minute, which most of the time, well, not even most, it is okay to close slightly above a fair value gap and then react off it. As you can see, we are rejecting this, but this gap is a sponsored 1 minute gap, right? So it's sponsored from this 1 hour push down. But if I'm looking for sponsored gaps, I want to see at least a 5 minute, which there's absolutely no 5 minute in this whole entire range pretty much. So didn't really think about taking this, but if you did take this, it didn't end up playing out as well. So I guess props to you if you have a different strategy or different conviction. But those are the two trades, pretty much. I saw today, I saw people taking, and we did take out data lows. So let's also talk about this, right? So I saw this problem happening. People had a break even spot, right? So they went break even after, I'm assuming, we created this low, pushed up, and then tapped into this low again. They went break even. So everyone got stopped out. It's kind of unfortunate. If I was to manage this trade, probably would have done the same exact thing. If you're in this trade and you see us pump up and then start going back down, I mean, the thing with inverses, right? Ideally, if you're trading inverses, this is an 80-point inverse. So yeah, it's gonna take more than 5 candles, but I did see this thing on social media. So most good inverses only take 5 candles to inverse and go to your take profit. And I agree with that, because if I were to look back on my other trades, then pretty much every single winning inverse only has two, like probably 3 to 5 candles for it to inverse. So since we're already pushing back up and reacting off pretty much nothing right here and just moving back down, it would look to it would look like a choppy market condition and that we're not really delivering as well, even though we did end up delivering. So I probably would have gone break even right here, which would have gone break even, right? Protecting your capital. And nonetheless, there are war news and all these other things happening in the markets right now. So protecting your capital right now is pretty important. But yeah, I did not take any trades today. The eval is unfortunately still at, well, I'm not logged into it. It's at like 51.14, right? 51,000, somewhere around there. I've not taken any trades. I'm getting pretty good at only taking my setup when it presents itself. I'm not really having FOMO or greed or any of that. Another thing, when I take my trade, so I'm charting on minis, right? Which is NQ mini. But I'm taking the trade on minis or micro, I'm sorry, micro mini. So I'm only putting around 2 contracts on. This is a way to eliminate fear and greed and like FOMO because you're only risking like, well, like 200 bucks, probably like 200-300 bucks in this trade, and that's not that much for an eval. So right now I'm still focusing on building my skill as a trader and learning the skill rather than focusing on the money, because if you just focus on the money, you're not going to get far in trading. You're going to have all these emotions, right? Just trying to make money. Trading is not a skill where you make money fast. Trading is a skill where you have to learn it and master the skill of trading, master your psychology, which is what I'm doing right now. Um, Obviously, I could have just taken this. Personally, my conviction is not that high enough to not, or what am I saying? I don't have enough conviction to take a trade with ES, not respecting my setup. And I could have just taken this, right? I could have just taken this, looks good. And if it were to completely go the other direction instantly, I would have been mad at myself, right? Because I'm not following my rules. So if I'm following my rules, I can't get mad at myself, right? Because it is a winning probability at the end of the day. At the end of the day. And if you follow the winning probability of your setup, then you will be profitable, right? So that's kind of it for today, guys. 2 trades I saw people taking. This first trade is pretty good if you have enough conviction in S or an ES not sweeping this high or tapping into any liquidity. Second trade, my problem with sorry, my problem was just the way we were delivering off pretty much nothing, just this 1 minute sponsored, but it's not high enough. I would look. Holy shit, I cannot talk. Like at least a 5 minute gap. Um, Excuse my language, but yeah. Um, I'll see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's recap. Hopefully, at least a few setups present themselves for the rest of the week. But if not, I guess I'll have another trading week. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys, and I'll see you later.